So try Kaitenage. Kaitenage fails because you need to go way over like this. If it's wet and rainy and slippery and slidey, you gotta punch and slip this down here. Pull his arm like this. We'll throw that way. That does happen. There's 30 versions from like 30 different positions. So it's like chess pieces on the board. However the board's set up, you have to work from that angle. You have to use a different way to enter. To the front, to the back, to the side, to the side. That's also the purpose of 8 steps. I can enter like this. 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 I can enter. There's many different ways to move. This is where you need to have high fight IQ. So let's just say what a picture perfect Kaitenage would be. Here, he wants to pull back, shove it down, switch here, get him here. We'll throw that way. There's a feeling of pulling him and doing this. He's starting to go down, hit his head, shove it down as this pops up. The thing that's hard to deal with Aikido is they don't practice against rear punches. They do against Shomanuchi, which you can kind of translate to a front jab. But I don't really know people that come in and step like this. I watch videos and they say, well, most punches are hooks or this, that, or the other. Not really where I'm at. Street fighters actually know how to street fight. They watch boxing, they copy that. They're not attacking you at a bar, they're attacking you anywhere. They're naive and they do combat sports and they give MMA a bad name. MMA has good things. Pretty much anything on the internet gives any martial art, new school or old school, a bad name. It's like new school, old school, I hate you motherfuckers. So anyways, a curse on both houses. They're both fucking up the game horribly. So, tradition had problems, so modern came along, repeated the same mistakes and said, I don't like tradition. I have to do it their way, it's wrong. They came along, you have to do it our way, or you're wrong. They're repeating the same mistakes as the last generation. No improvement. So, people do tend to leave their things out long enough for you to catch. If they don't, check and go to the next one. If you see this, and you can try to chase it, I'm pulling back, you're gonna counter with that. If there's some type of connection, Musubi, and you don't have that grab, and this is starting to go like this, you know you're too slow. This is a skill issue. This is a credibility issue. This is a fight IQ issue. This is a you've never been in a fight before issue. This is already coming back. You already know I'm gonna throw alternating lefts and rights. I'm just gonna tee off. You don't have this, let it go, get this, get this. You don't have this, let it go, get this. You know I'm gonna pull back, get it like this, shoulder lock me, and throw me forward at that angle. Throw a left, right. You're pulling back, I got you down. It's that simple. I go with the movement. If I can anticipate the movement, I can go with it. If I can't anticipate the movement, I can't go with it. I would go to a kickboxing class or preferably a karate class and spar and use my Aikido. They don't want to because they're scared of it. They say it doesn't work, but they're scared of it. And most people who do karate in America, they're exposed to Aikido or have taken a class. So it's, well, as a kid. They take Aikido, they take karate, and then later they go into like Taekwondo or like Muay Thai and they do MMA. From my personal experience, they don't really have like much like skills to defend themselves in a real fight. They avoid street fights and they hide in the gym. They make challenges like, come spar me. And they want you to be a nerd who's never been in a fight who goes and does Aikido because it advertises to wimps or people aren't athletic. They cyberbully. I have maturity, I don't have anything to prove. I don't compete. I don't take sports realistically. Traditionally, that was the universal bias. Here's us fighting to kill and maim people, the shit works, and we're like down and dirty in the streets. And here's sports to take that away, and they're naive. And now they're the ones saying what came first is naive, or that it lost in MMA. Anybody who ever won in MMA, mixed martial arts, I use the UFC as a comparison, every single one of those is jiu-jitsu, karate, Muay Thai. Some type of jiu-jitsu like judo or Brazilian jiu-jitsu, minus the neck snapping, everything else. They're winning in a ring with watered down things. So modern martial arts, MMA, versus traditional martial arts, TMA, it's the same thing. It's just MMA is white belt, TMA is black belt. That is the honest truth. We want to teach traditional martial arts where we take out the traditional lethal techniques, teach you at a white belt level for 10 years. Here's your black belt. Now here's the real training, your lethal moves. Don't tell people because it works because they don't know what's happening. The moves work because you have the skill because you trained. Not went once a week or something and for an hour. I train like, several hours a day, every day. And I do it on my own. I'm shadow boxing right now. This is called kata. This will help you beat someone who's larger. MMA has weight classes. They will never fight someone who's bigger or stronger. They will run away. Their skill is a concern. There's a credibility issue with their ability. They are full of it. You want to get some type of thing like this, cut the head down. How Lenny Sly shows it is like something else. He's doing something like this and like this. He calls it a Kaitenage, I guess so. He has incomplete forms that are rougher and use resistance. When men are stronger than me, I can't use force against them. I can lift weights and get strong. The bodybuilder next to me is going to be stronger. I need to use the skill to use his strength against him. I need to use sensitivity to pull him in the direction I need to be. Yes, lift weights. Yes, compete. Yes, do whatever you want. All styles are respected. It's a problem when people have a naive appearance and they start insulting other people. Typically, they come back later to apologize or they rethought things. I'll spar anybody. I will have to let them lead because my techniques are too lethal. I'll have to fight defensively and block everything. They will have a hard time touching me. Get off me, get off me. No, don't do that. No, don't do this. I see multiple endings where I can eye strike, throat strike, sweep them down, bang them. They don't even understand this shit. Traditionally, this is exposure, you can get killed. This is exposure, you can get killed. That's all day long in a ring, and they're like oblivious to it. That is not a martial art you want to use in the streets against someone who's proficient, or just a very violent criminal who's highly skilled but untrained. What they say, here's the defenses to the way to train to be realistic. I don't take those serious. Pressure test, use a red marker, any of that. For boxing, you have a knife. Cut me. So here, cuts me. Ah, cut me. You're cutting me. I'll eat that shit for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. So you cut me, that hurts. Hit, come back. Hit, come back. It's not, I cut you, turn my back, I win the fight. Ooh, look, you got hit. Okay, so swing with that knife. I get in, you missed. 1, 2. I get in, I grab here, come down, break your arm, and throw you. There's no way I can make this into a sport. There's no way I can wear headgear and rubber knives. Point, cut my arm. This is bone. I will live. This is flesh. It will cut my finger tendons. I won't hold like this. They are 100% full of shit. Cut me. Break. You will be dead, and I will have some type of like itty bitty scar that don't mean shit to me. You're not honest. Not getting punched, not getting cut, none of the thing. The only thing that stands a chance is a gun. And at that way, you'd have to be like over there. It works from a distance, not up close. Here's a story. Downtown, a drug addict, a smoker, was trying to rob some dude. They got into a wrestling thing, took away his gun. The gun was unloaded. Another thing, multiple things. Guy was selling drugs. Got into it, took away the gun, beat him in the head with it. McDojo, LARPing, never been in this shit. Talk crap about people who actually have the skill because you're jealous. You're an internet echo chamber. So I'm not mad because now you can beat my ass. And I'm not mad because I'm not trying to fight. If here was a gang member and I could beat his ass, you're tougher than me, man, I don't want to fight. You're the gang member, not me. I admit you're tougher than me, so now we don't have to fight. I'm not trying to flex nuts. In the 80s and 90s, that got people killed. People trying to act who's like nuts were bigger. That's a tactical error. You're provoking people to start conflict. That's happened for hundreds of years. Asia already figured that out. They took out the lethal things, created a dojo, don't use this out here, play nicely in here, And then they became friends, and it was spiritual development, not a religion. It was sportsmanship called dough, called sports, not a fucking religion. Spirituality does not mean religion. Does not mean fighting, does not mean sports. Your definitions are horribly, horribly flawed. I can rant all day long. None of you know what the hell you're talking about. It's like you have a learning disability. Scary.